for the type of energy only Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D! March Madness edition. Let's go!
That is true. We are just about a little over an hour away from the opening tip, from the ball is tipped. And there you are. Can't wait. One of the great sports days on the calendar. My name is Neil Rule. That guy, D-Mac, Darren McCarty. Young Justin's here. What are you doing here?
I had to spawn in for the madness. I mean, I am a college believer, college over pro sports when it comes to football and basketball. So I had to come out here and hang out with the fellas.
Complete with your Bryce Underwood QB1 hoodie.
Yes, sir, baby. Come on. We're so dialed.
Mid forgot because it's Free Buddies Pizza and White Claws for the watch party that we're having here.
That's true. That'll all come in about 2 o'clock, 2:05, right?
2:05, just as the second game's hitting. Real quick, before we go around the room, I wanted to ask, is this like opening night of NHL playoffs to me? To you?
To me,
even
yeah.
Like you're in this.
Like this was even before working in it. Yeah.
And this sort of like I can see like you're fired up. And everybody who's a college basketball fan, like this first weekend, it's electric, right?
100%. It is. And it's great. It is. It's one of the great American sporting events. I would say probably number 2 behind the Super Bowl. Is that fair?
Probably in this country.
Yeah. In America?
Probably in this country. Although the Four Nations, Spenny, they're closing quick. Four Nations
Can't
coming
forget
up
about
hard.
Talladega.
Jesus say. Absolutely.
Talking about it in 2026 again. Let's go.
Young Justin's in the building. Spencer Raxter's here at his usual post. Spenny, what's going on?
Hello.
Chase in the Chase Lounge. He's over there mixing and scratching as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, by the way, subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Jump in there. Get your thoughts. But, yeah, my understanding is a watch party for the 2 o'clock show.
Yes.
Okay. We'll be talking about the tournament here. It's going to be a tournament-heavy show. There is no doubt. We'll go over our brackets, our picks. There's still time, by the way, to get involved with the Woodward Sports bracket. You got about an hour.
Yep. Got to get in there.
Yeah. Do we got that link anywhere?
I can grab it.
Yeah. Can we drop it on the chat, top of the chat?
Sure thing.
Yeah, let's do that. So you still have time to get in there and put it on wax, as I like to say. If you think you can beat me, jump into there. But we are going to be getting into all of it. I got some tournament facts and figures that are very cool. We got a Michigan State fast break. We got a Michigan fast break, all tournament related. Nobody in the super chat. By the way, if you want to jump the line, use the super chat like nobody did. The madness is here. Tell the wife and kids we ain't eating. We might lose the house, but we won't because Wofford's going to come through. Go Sparty, go Blue, go Xavier. So there it is.
Hey, who's the
Terriers.
Who's the Hawaii of the
High Point?
Who is it?
High Point.
At the tournament, the bailout game of the evening. That was the last game of each night.
Well, I already gave out Michigan as the get right. Double down.
I was gonna. Who's the bailout? The last game of today.
Yeah, I know Michigan's 10 o'clock.
Michigan's the second to last game.
Second to last game it is.
Wow.
Let me see. I have it all locked and loaded here. So
Texas Tech and UNC Wilmington is the final game of the night.
Dirty. Such a dirty game there in the West region in Wichita, Kansas. Yeah, there it is, 10-10. Games will be going pretty much on the half hour to 40 minutes all day long. So that is the stagger to it. We'll be running through
start?
What's that?
When does MSU start?
Michigan State is tomorrow. They are 10 o'clock also.
10
o'clock on a Friday.
That's going to be, dude, that game's going to be so fast. Because Bryant plays super fast, too. They have one of the highest paces in the country. And we know Michigan State loves to play fast. So they're going to be running up and down the court. You're going to see some high-flying action in that one. I can't wait to see Colin Carr just shit all over.
Flight 55.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking sweet.
I can't lie. As a Michigan fan, I still do have a sweet spot for Jace Richardson and Keon Carr. They both are phenomenal to watch.
Yeah. If Izzo can get Jace to stay,
He's not staying. He's going to be a lottery pick.
I'm just saying.
Well, you can give him more than that.
Miles Bridges was going to be a lottery pick too. We got him to stay. It's not like Jace needs the money.
Well, that is true also. So you got that going for you, which is nice. Speaking of, you got that going for you. Pistons got CADE Cunningham going for you. And D-Mac, that was the moment I was waiting for. That was the CADE Cunningham moment. That kind of puts a stamp on the season, the All-Star game, all of it. And on a national stage, on national TV, he banked it in. The Pistons won. And I'm not going to lie to you, I locked into pretty much the entire second half of that game. Right. And I was just getting the vibes that was one of those NBA road games they just weren't going to win. You know what I'm saying? Like Miami always had an answer. Every time they would get it back, Miami would stretch it back out. But this team, D-Mac, it's weird because they are very good defensively. The rankings say so, especially compared to what they were last year. But they go through stretches where they struggle to get stops. But when it matters most lately, D-Mac, they get the stop, man.
They get the stops and they hit the shots, right?
And they score every time down the floor.
Like Beasley couldn't miss, catch and shoot from threes until he missed a couple late. And what you love is CADE took over. But that was the absolute team effort. And, yes, absolutely. It felt like it was getting away. CADE hit a shot to make it 80, I think it was 80-79, and then Miami went on a run. It looked like, okay, we've seen this before, get up 5, but they never quit. And at the end of the day, what I loved is, yes, they went up 2 points. Miami has possession, but the worst they're going to foul or give them 2 shots or whatever. You're going to get the ball with the tie game, and it's how many seconds left. And I just thought that the way that he, first of all, that he got himself free to get that ball, and he knew exactly what he was going to do with it. And, great players, at special moments. This was a coming out party. Because you know how I know this, Neil? Because the first thing that I saw when I started going through things this morning, the gravity of the comments were, we need Detroit on a national stage more often. We need nationally televised games. We need to see this guy. This guy's the real deal. So this wasn't just things that were being said in this state. This thing's being said nationally. So like you said, coming out party because it was against Miami. Because isn't Miami, that's a tough place to play, tough place to win, and just for what they're at. Was that their 40th win?
39.
39th win. But look at the turnaround. 25 win turnaround right here. But just the pride I think you have in how hard they play, all over the court, no matter who it is. So. Again, when it comes down to it, that what that was like? That was like Sergey.
Yeah.
That was just Sergey take it over. It was like it's coming down to me. Reminded me of either the 5-goal Washington game or playing Washington in the '98 Stanley Cup Finals. It was just like, hey boys, jump on, I got you. But that's leadership, and that's awesome.
No, it is, and. The Pistons are right there. I believe the magic number is 7 or 8. I can't remember to clinch at least the number 6 seed. So to quote, be in the playoffs, which they will, and certainly they're trending that way. But again, you look at it, man. A young team where basically everybody, except for the vets, everybody's basically 22 or 23. Some of them are even 21, and they're 21-15 on the road. That's why it's real, D-Mac. Mm-hmm. And this is something where, we talked about it last week, and they continue to deliver in the spot. And then at the same time, it's not going away because they continue to do it. And there's a rhythm to it. There's a consistency to it.
You know what it is? And there's a difference between what I see between the Red Wings and the Pistons when they're at the same point, and the Pistons pulled away. They figured out how to play against adversity. Right? They know the calls are going to go against them like you saw last night at different points, but they stuck with it. And they figured out that, their attitude and their demeanor was just like, yeah, it's going to happen. We just have to play through it. I think that's what you're seeing is that mentality has gotten a lot tougher with the Detroit Pistons as opposed to what the Red Wings. They just weren't able to mentally get there. That's what you're seeing, too. And when you're talking about maturation, right, of the young guys, you're seeing that mental toughness, Neil. Right? We saw the physical attributes, but, I see a team that's mentally tough. I think that's the biggest thing about Jalen Duren. there's mental toughness there now and toughness. And I think somebody commented, I was watching the game, is watching Beef Stew and going, there's a reason for another Malice in the Palace, but everybody seems to like it because of the fact that there's your Ben Wallace, but there's your attitude. But we have that more like we're going to fight attitude, and they all do. And it starts with their leader.
And he was him. Absolutely.
He was him, and he has been him. How many triple doubles is that?
1,000.
Yeah.
1,000. And he didn't have a free throw last night? Is that true?
I can check.
He did not have a free throw.
I don't
last
remember it. Yeah.
You know what I love about that?
You're beating.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter what you throw at me. Give me a free throw. Give me not a free throw. I'm going to find a way to win.
Yep. CADE Cunningham, 25 shots, 21 of which inside the 3-point line, 0 free throws.
He's the most
Good.
games in Pistons franchise history with 25-plus points and 0 free throws.
He is top 3 in NBA history of games with 25-plus points and 10-plus assists and 0 free throws.
Good.
I think he's number 1, actually.
Good. I love it. I love it that he doesn't care. He doesn't sit there and flop around and complain about it and cry about it. You let the coach handle that stuff. The coach has got your back.
Yep.
He
And
just
JB,
goes and does it. And D-Mac, I love that. And Detroit
ethical
should love
hoops.
that.
Well, they got each other's backs. You really see that in JB. And JB was John. John, but nice. Like, I think that, and that's too the message the other night. But they're still gonna not get the call. You're not supposed to get the calls in Miami, are you? Right? Like you said,
He
the way
should be
that game
getting
goes,
some.
they never win that game in the past.
Correct.
Right.
And that's it. But it doesn't matter to him. Woodward
That's what I'm
Sports
saying.
chat thread, jump into that super chat. Nobody with the super chat says top 5 upsets in life. I'll tell you my number 1 upset today that I've seen so far. I saw young Justin with the QB1 hoodie on, and since he's a student at Western Michigan, I thought that it was a Tim Lester hoodie since it said QB1, but come to find out it's a Michigan hoodie, and it's Bryce Underwood. Who knew?
The back of the hoodie.
I know. Who knew?
Who knew? Who knew that Western beat Michigan in baseball yesterday?
Damn.
Who knew?
Who were you rooting for?
Yeah, were you conflicted?
No,
Well, that
go
was
Broncos.
whoever wins, I'm good
Yep.
with.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Playing
I'm
both
just hoping
sides,
for a
so
good
I always
game.
come out on top.
I'm just hoping for a good game.
Just hope everybody has fun.
Yep. Hope everyone had fun, snored some lines of the baseline, and had a good game.
Dude, that was fucking
That was
baller.
elite.
That was elite.
Intriguing. Dante 151. Also, Kansas needs to go away with the super chat. Also, Kansas needs to go away so Justin wins his bet against Flannel Sam. Screw Hunter Dickinson. He stinks. Also, where is Stick? So Spenny say told you about how awesome CADE Cunningham was. Oh, he does it in the work chat every now and then.
I do it a lot.
He parachutes in, then jumps out.
Yeah, it's the guy is special, man. I just love it. And ethical superstar.
Ethical scorer.
And you saw it last night.
Organically sustained.
Grass-fed,
Yeah. Free range
cage-free. Yeah, you see him go out there, and he wanted the ball in that last second shot. He got the ball, and he's not trying to go run in there, foul bait, and get to the line when all they needed was 1 point. He said, no, I've got one of the best defenders in the NBA on me. All right, I'm going to pull up and bank it in your mouth. Like, it was fucking awesome, dude. The bank was open late night in Cade County, and he went out there and he cashed his check. It was like, eat shit, man. Man, that made me so happy. And he deserves it. This team is so fun to watch, and he still doesn't get the flowers that he should, which
No
is
doubt.
crazy.
Chris in the chat. Neil, I'm here in Cleveland, but I can't find Michigan anywhere. You insisted they were here. Was I lied to? Yes, Chris, I lied to you. I said, watch this. I'm going to get all the Michigan fans to roll out to Cleveland.
There
Hey,
we
I
go.
kicked that one. I'd stand here and admit it.
What's so good about Cleveland?
Cleveland is a pretty dope town to hang out in. It would suck
I
to live
never hear
there.
anybody say I'm going to Cleveland on vacation.
It's cool to hang out there.
Shout
It
out
is.
Joe
They got
Kimbrell.
good bourbon selection in their bars. I'll give them that. You guys ready to talk tournament, ma'am?
Yeah, let's go.
You ready to talk tournament?
Are you?
I am. Are
All
you?
right,
I
let's
am.
do
Are
it.
you? Are you? Are you? All right, we're going to do it, everybody. Let's get into it. Speaking of the tournament, hey, I got a good play for you. How about you take that long lunch? Maybe go over to Buddy's Pizza, huh? How about that? You can do it. They got the original Detroit-style pizza. They've been serving it up since 1946. 22 locations. There's a Buddy near your work right now. It's a cornerstone of Detroit. 79 years in the game and a dedicated community partner with the Michigan Humane Society, Salvation Army, Detroit Zoo, and more. Save 10% off your order. Use the code 10meal. We're getting some brought in to Woodward probably about 2:05 after the midday show leaves out. They'll say, hey, are they gone? All right, hit that code 10meal. Get that order in here and get it going. And you get 10% off. Why not? Find a location near you. Go to buddiespizza.com. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome. Listen, I'm not sure who, but somebody let the Tigers get hot.
The Detroit Tigers are locked and loaded for another great summer in Detroit. And it all starts downtown at the biggest home opener party in the city. Join Woodward Sports at Grand Slam Festival as we take over the Detroit Opera House parking lot. A big-ass tent for a big-ass Detroit party. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFestival.com or follow Woodward Sports on X and IG for your chance to get in for free. Party across from Comerica Park and hear the roar as the Tigers take the field for the first time in 2025. DJs, food trucks, bartenders, live broadcasts, and more. See you for the Tigers' first home game of the season, April 4th at the Grand Slam Festival with Detroit's biggest party animals, Woodward Sports.
Get geared up, everybody, for opening day. That's right, shop.woodwardsports.com. Get ready for the Pistons playoff push as well. Gear up, shop.woodwardsports.com. The NFL draft's around the corner. F them picks, shop.woodwardsports.com. All right, we are off and running here. The tournament, about an hour away from starting. And look, we got, a bunch of tournament stuff we want to get to. We'll talk about our bracket. You can still get involved with the Woodward Sports bracket. The link is at the top of the YouTube chat there right now. Don't cost nothing. Get on in there. There's $1,000 cash first prize up for grabs. Don't cost nothing. So go ahead and get in there. Other prizes in there also. So go ahead and do that. Get into there. D-Mac, you fill out your bracket, man?
Yes, sir. I got it right here.
Oh, there he is. I love it, everybody.
Absolutely.
So D-Mac, the hockey guy.
Not a clue. I'm just trying to go by the knowledge of what you guys got, and I like certain teams.
And D-Mac, that's where I want to start with it. The hockey guy's bracket. D-Mac, right. The hockey guy.
How do you want? You
just
want game to game?
No, just your interpretation.
All right. So my interpretation of this year's NCAA is I think that it's a chalk. That's one of the chalks is going to win. I think that there's a few, like there is underdog wins. There always is. But I think looking at the way the college basketball is, it's more to the norms of coming down to it. For me, I'm always I like a certain style of basketball, right? I like the physical basketball, a little bit more gritty, stuff like this. Like we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. I'm a big fan of the Houston team. So, and I mean, they legit have, it's one of those things that, like, is this the time to whatever else? So if you're asking me, like, you want me to give you my Final Four? Or do you want me to give you the I'm mostly, who is my, I think Ole Miss. I like Ole Miss, like as far as like some of the
good coach there,
upset stuff like this. I think Xavier, I got them giving Kentucky trouble, but and also too is it time for Tennessee to make a splash as
about time
as a 2 seed? So those might be the storylines, but again, the Arizonas, the Michigan. I do want the dream matchup, so I'm putting it into reality that in the Elite Eight, Michigan and Michigan State will match up. So I got them there.
So you got it there.
I got them there because I'm all about manifesting.
Yeah.
That's all what I can do for my brothers and sisters here at Woodward Sports and all my Sparties and Wolverine brethren is hope that, because what happens if they play, Neil? Root for radio, right?
Absolutely. Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there. IT Hips. Do you have to live in Michigan to participate?
No.
Jump
You
in.
don't? Oh, okay.
I don't
Jump
think so.
in.
No.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Mike G. What bracket is Oakland in? Well, this year was always going to be a wash for us. We had the high highs, and we had a down year for us, which wasn't 3-17 in conference play, like a down year like another program here. No, we lost in the semifinals in overtime of the conference championship. So came up just short, even in a down year. But hey, it was always going to be a wash. That's what I was told. So.
Neil, that's a great question because you brought it up too. Because that's we're making a decision on coaching and stuff like that. How much does coaching play a part in this?
It's incredibly important.
And so like if in your mind and you follow and say that this coach, right, he gets like 2 points for this team, like he can sway the game like the line.
Yes.
Right, as much
as
in any sport. Like, think about this: is coaching the most important in March Madness for a team than anywhere else? Right at that time,
so.
even like the Super Bowl, because guys are like pretty much prepared. You play the same way. You're going to go execute stuff like that. But to get through this tournament, like coaching, and you've been there because you see that matchups and stuff like this, right? So the coaching edge that could, if you're up in the air, I guess my whole point is, so if you're up in the air about what team to take, if you could go to the coaching edge for the final decision, right?
No,
is that how
but
you
that's
do it
why,
sometimes?
like the Ole Miss thing, I
Yeah.
value Ole Miss too because Chris Beard's a good ass coach.
Yes.
Maybe not the best husband, but
What are we talking about here? Are we talking about his?
I don't care about that.
No, that's what I'm saying. What are we
that doesn't
talking
impact
about?
the scoreboard.
How is he a basketball guy? Is that all
He's
you
elite.
want filling out?
He's
Right,
elite.
exactly. Who gives a shit?
Not an
about
elite
the rest?
husband,
Like
but-
the Godfather.
No,
Like
absolutely.
who else? So I guess maybe I don't mean to
Well, for
sort of
me,
sidetrack, but so who has the coaching edges? Because I think the comment you made before, right, which you have to look into too, is like which coaches are moving on but still coaching the other teams, which could make this.
Well, I got a
different, too.
reverse of that.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
Like my move has been McNeese State, Will Wade, elite at LSU, investigated by the FBI, but nonetheless.
But again,
elite.
what are we talking about
I'm not
here?
talking. Yeah, they don't. That doesn't factor in on the scoreboard. Now he has since. This is weird for him. This is the reverse of what you said. He took the South Carolina job. It's already taken, but he's going to coach the tournament, and then he'll leave to go to South Carolina.
So how does that work out?
I don't know. I'm curious too.
That
No,
is
but
pretty
how does
wild.
that usually? Does
What's
that?
That's kind of wild.
Right.
He already took the job.
You already
Yeah,
took the job.
at NC State.
But isn't that like a coach? And we've seen that in bowl games, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
In football.
Yep. I mean, we saw it in the playoffs with Ben Johnson.
Do you want me to?
Or yeah, excuse me, NC State. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, South Carolina job's still open, I believe, right?
Yeah, it is.
So there it is. But yeah, he's already taken the NC State job, so he'll be elite there too. So next year when we're talking about the tournament, when NC State's in there, we'll be
100%
talking
they
about
will
him $1,000,000%. So it is. It's just it's all of those things. Chuck Brewer. So Oakland won the Natty last year and got a new coach. I missed that part. I mean, the mid-major national championship we did win. I would say for the 1/15th of our budget is to Michigan's. I would say we probably were better than Michigan in basketball last year. I would
Yeah,
say
you
that.
were. Wow.
We weren't 3-17.
No, you were not. And you made the tournament. And you made a run.
That's right.
That deserves some respect.
So there you go. Great Lakes 24 in the super chat. Neil, thoughts about USL going promotion relegation? We talked about this yesterday on the show. It's big. I think it's USL's one card to kind of sway the pendulum of pro soccer in America. It's very big. I'm fascinated to see.
So do
how
we
it
want to
plays
go
out.
through do we want to give our final four and then are we doing that or is?
Yeah, I mean, we'll
or
get
we're just
there.
breaking it down?
Yeah,
Oh,
right
okay.
now we're just kind of spitballing around the room to see what
I
everybody
mean,
else.
and don't get it twisted, right? Like the one team that I loved all year long is Florida. So Florida
they're
ride-
elite guard play.
ride which in the tournament,
Maybe the best guard play.
right in the tournament.
They're the ones with the ball in their hand all
What
the time.
usually takes over in this tournament?
Guard
right
play.
now, I know that with Michigan with the 7-foot, but Florida's got some monsters too, don't they?
Yeah, they got two 7-footers on their roster.
They got some Twin
Their
Towers,
starting center
too,
is
so-
7'4".
And they got
maybe
good guards.
there's a matchup there down the road.
Maybe the best.
Yep.
Maybe the best guards. Manugian Mansion, Duke and Tennessee. So he's in there as well.
I like Tennessee.
Woodward, Manugia Mansion also said, I got Duke, Maryland final. Okay, donate your money and move on, Manugia Mansion.
If that's the case, bro, congratulations on your win. Right? If that's the way it breaks down, I'm sure he wins.
A lot of people like Maryland to win the Natty, which I think is a little too aggressive. I respect Maryland a ton, but I
don't. Tell me about the great Maryland games you've seen in the past. Because I saw him play a team that turned it over 18 times and still lost to them. Got out-rebounded by 30.
Well, yeah, they don't match up well with size, but they do have the dynamic scoring to beat any team in the tournament. When they have the best point differential in terms of their starting five in the entire country. And I think when you're playing inferior opponents, you can take advantage of that when you have the 5 best players on the floor. But when they go against Auburn, or no, they're in Florida's region.
Yep.
When they go against Florida, they're just not going to have enough. Florida runs 7-8 deep.
It's not
they're
enough.
All really good. And I think that the lack of depth is what's going to kill them in March. I mean, that's what kills all good teams in March that don't have depth.
Yeah, it would suck to not have depth.
What's your vibe from the brackets, Benny?
I'm with D-Mac. I think it's going to be pretty chalky. I got 1s and 2s in the Final Four.
Yeah.
And I like Florida a lot. I like Michigan State to make the Final Four. It's going to be fun. I don't think we're going to see as many. You're going to see some upsets still. Like, there's going to be some upsets in the first round. There's going to be teams that shouldn't win and teams that move on. But I don't know if we get a Cinderella run this year. Like, I think they'll win a couple games, maybe 2 games, but then they'll get bounced out by playing one of these juggernauts. Because I think that college basketball is so, like, caught up to everybody else. Like, the reason that Cinderellas used to win and make runs was because they had these 5-year guys. They had these 4-year seniors that have been there for so long, that play the game so well and know what they're doing. But now even like the Auburns, the Florida, they have veteran guys. They keep these guys to 5-year, even 6-year players, so they have that veteran leadership as well. So that discrepancy isn't really there. And that's where you saw a lot of the Cinderellas, was these 4 or 5-year players going up against the one-and-done guys or going up against the freshmen and just out-hustling them and out-basketball IQing them. But now every team, even the big-name guys, even the high-payroll guys, they have these long-time players that have played a lot of minutes and have played tournament games before. So you're not going to see really guys losing their heads or not knowing what to do. So I do think it's going to be kind of chalky this year, but still, you're still going to get some upsets for sure in the first round. I just can't see a Cinderella Final Four run or anything like that this year.
That's fair. No, that's fair. All right, let's do this. Let's take the first break. When we come back, I got some random facts about the NCAA tournament. We'll take your input on it as well. We got a Michigan and Michigan State fast break coming up, which is basically the nickel package, but you got to put a basketball name on it. So
shout out.
So that's why we did that. Tell them about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's, they take the chore out of getting a haircut. Tyler Silas deliver industry-leading haircut, relaxing scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, hot towel treatment, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. It's wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Woodward Sports is at it again, giving away more cash and prizes than anyone in Detroit. Get into our March Bracket Challenge, powered by Jug and Nathan Neurosurgery. If you have the biggest basketball brain and get first place, you win $1,000 cold, hard cash. But it doesn't stop there. Second place gets a weekend at Grand Traverse Resort in Traverse City, including brunch at Erie and golf. Third place, 2 club seats to see the Pistons versus Bucks with food and drinks courtesy of RHB Laboratories in Troy. You can pre-register now at woodwardsportsbracket.com. That's woodwardsportsbracket.com. Then, after Selection Sunday, fill out your bracket for your chance at $1,000 in cash money and more. Pick by mascot, choose by team colors, have your dog picked. No matter how you do it, go to woodwardsportsbracket.com right now and register. All powered by the best in the game, Chug and Nathan Neurosurgery and Woodward Sports.
If you're looking to buy or sell your home, Mark White should be your first choice. You can save up to $5,000 your closing costs. That's right, $5,000. Just visit him at markwhitesells.com or call him at 248-290-8242. Mark White will get you in your dream home.
All right, keeping it pushing, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. And we're chopping it up, man, about the NCAA tournament because, look, nobody's doing anything this afternoon. And I love it, and I'm here for it. And we're talking about the tournament, and that's what we're going to do here. Get your thoughts in there. Ryan's Lions in the chat. MSU versus Kentucky in the final. MSU takes it.
I would love if we got to see Kentucky in the final.
That would do some damage, That would do some damage to a lot of brackets, too. Phil, okay, Woodward Sports runs a ton of commercials, then begs for donations like they have no money. Hey, Phil, we run a business here, Phil.
Yeah, that's how it works, Phil.
Yeah. Spenny, you here for free? I'm not here for free. Yeah. I know D-Mac's not here for free.
And listen, you guys are idiots. It's an option. You want to get to the front of the line, here's your option.
Yeah.
So shut the fuck up, Phil.
Yeah, Phil.
Yeah, Phil.
Good talk. You work for free, Phil? Yeah.
Come on in, Phil.
It's not a hobby, Phil.
Damn it, Phil.
It's a profession, Phil. So good talk.
Phil.
Good talk, Phil.
All right.
Phil
some wild facts about the NCAA tournament. A lot of people talk about the perfect bracket, right? That's the hook a lot of these companies use to pick a perfect bracket, win $1 billion, or whatever the number is. I saw some stats online. The odds of you picking a perfect bracket, you have a better chance of taking all the rice that's harvested in the world, right, in a year, and picking a grain out of all that rice. Take all the rice in the world.
Yep.
Unplugged it. Way to go, Jesus. Welcome back, kid.
No, but we are back up.
Damn it, Phil.
But no, those are, just the odds of picking a perfect bracket. That was something that I read that I said, damn, man, like that is incredible. Like the tournament itself, only one in the past 10 tournaments has the champion come from the conference with the most bids. I found that to be interesting.
Really?
Yep. The SEC and its history in the big dance and the conferences, that's what I'm saying. Just be aware as you fill out your brackets last minute. Another one. At least one Final Four participant has advanced to the second round in 12 of its 13 tournaments. So,
wait, what?
At least one Final Four participant has advanced to the second round in 12 of 13 tournaments.
Don't all Final Four participants advance to the
first
second
four.
round?
I think he means first
First
four.
four.
Oh,
My
okay.
bad.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
Watch out for UNC.
Yeah. At least one first four participant has advanced in the second round of 12 of 13 tournaments. 5 have reached a Sweet 16. UCLA in 2021, VCU in 2011 as well. At-large teams that finished at least 4 games under 500 in conference play, right? So the bubble teams that people say don't belong in there, they're 5-1 in the first round, D-Mac. This year, Oklahoma and Texas were both 6-12 in the SEC, but we saw what happened to Texas yesterday.
Yes.
But they have had a good run. Teams that barely get in have had a good run. 5 of the past 6 at-large teams with 14 or more losses won their first-round game. So you notice a repeating pattern here?
Trend, they say.
Yep.
In the business.
The teams that we all kind of flip out about being in there tend to do well when they get in there. Since 2011, 15 previous teams to earn at-large bids despite losing at least 14 games. Those teams are 8-6 in the first round. 5 of the 6 losses came by exactly 2 points. So there's, kind of goofy stuff like that. At least one top 4 seed has lost in the first round in 15 of the past 16 tournaments. Last year, 2 top 4 seeds were knocked out. Kentucky by Oakland and Auburn by Yale.
Wow.
So there's that.
The Yeoman getting it
Are you
done.
feeling Yale?
What's that?
Are you feeling Yale?
No, they got their game
Yeah, I
last
think
year.
so. I think they're way too popular of an upset pick this year.
I don't think your mic's on, Justin.
Spenny, does that fly in the? Are you worried about your chalk bracket now? Am I
No.
scaring you? No. Okay.
Trends are made to be broken.
What about this? A number 15. This one was kind of stunning too. A 15 seed has won a first-round game in 3 of the past 4 years, and all of those teams went on to the Sweet 16.
Do you have any 15s?
Princeton did it 2023. St. Peter's did it in 2022. They went to the Elite 8. and Oral Roberts in 2021.
Do you have any 15s this year doing anything?
And they've all come out of the first weekend, you said?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing. Bryan against Michigan State, Omaha against St. John's, Wofford against Tennessee, Robert Morris against Alabama. It will not be Robert Morris against Alabama.
It will not be.
Alabama's over-under is 94.5. The over-under in the game's 165, I think. Alabama's going to destroy Robert Morris, dude. Destroy them. Horizon League ain't getting no additional units this year, man. Not at all. If you had to say break it down, I think Michigan State's safe, Bama's safe. If you had to break it down, I would say maybe Omaha against St. John's, only because they're new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That one was kind of weird as well. Just a couple more here before we ride out. At least one number 12 seed has won a first-round game in 33 of 39 tournaments. At least one 13 seed has won a first-round game in 28 of 39 tournaments as well. But it won't be UC San Diego. Michigan will take them out.
Agreed.
I completely agree. I was saying on the morning show that I think they're going to win handedly. The fact that UC San Diego plays drop coverage on their screens, they double from the back door, it's going to leave a lot of chances for Danny Wolf to swing the ball out for open threes. And I think that as long as we're hitting semi at a good clip, I think that Michigan will be able to roll.
So there you go. Jake, UNC gives away too many turnovers to make a deep run. But they didn't the other night, and they're playing well. You know, that's why it's incredible. Let's do this. Let's take the break. When we come back, Michigan or Michigan State fast break? Which one first?
I don't care. Michigan?
Michigan because they're today.
Right. There you go.
Because they play today.
There you go. Let's do it. When we come back, that's what we'll run. FeldmanAuto.com and Feldman Chevrolet in Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. They got all the good deals going on right now. They're deals of the month. A 2025 Chevy Silverado, just $213 per month. The one on the screen there, the two-wheel drive quad cab, just $199 a month, plus tax on a lease. And also the 2025 Chevy Equinox, you can lease that for $249 a month, plus tax. Also, scan the QR code right above my head there. You can take a look at the inventory. You can start the buying process even online. Feldman Chevy in Novi, they're elite to work with. I got the keys to my car in about 90 minutes. That's how quick it was. They can do the same for you. FeldmanAuto.com. Scan the QR code on the screen. Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
All right, you guys got to get in there now. Bracket challenge.
Do it.
Presented by Jug and Nathan Neurosurgery. Make sure you guys get in there. First place gets $1,000. Second place gets a golf weekend at Grand Traverse Resort. Third place gets 2 court tickets for the Pistons-Bucks game. WoodwardSportsBracket.com. The link is pinned in the chat. You can scan that QR code right there. Get in there. Get your bracket set. Time's ticking. You got to get in there now, and it's free. What are you waiting for? WoodwardSportsBracket.com.
Why would you not take a free spin at $1,000?
Don't know.
I don't either. But hey, you can do it. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty. We also have KG in the building. He's back in effect. Spencer Raxter chasing the Chase Lounge. Young Justin's here. There's free buddies coming up for the watch party. So
Yeah,
Young
I
Just
heard.
say his name and he appears.
Yeah, pizza aficionado. Gotta get it.
Gotta get it in. Gotta get it in. But we are talking heavy NCAA tournament. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread as well. Jake, yes, they did turn it over. They had 7 turnovers in the first 2 minutes of the game. Well, Jake, they had 4 the final 38 minutes of the game and cooked San Diego State. So I can fit my narrative too, Jake. They had 11 for the game, man. Is that too many turnovers? No, it's not. It's good enough to win by 30-plus points.
How are you going to
Especially with North
critique them when they win by 30 points?
I don't know. All right. Tomorrow is Nickel Package Friday, as we know. But today, in honor of the NCAA tournament, let's do it, man. A little fast break package. One for Michigan, one for Michigan State. Michigan plays tonight, 10 o'clock. They're my get right. Get down on them.
Double down.
Double unit on it. Feel free to go in. They don't even have to play well to win because they'll out-rebound them by 25. They're guaranteed to be in double digits in offensive rebounding. Guaranteed. So there you have it. All right, let's do it, Spenny.
All right, first question of the Michigan Fast Break. Are Michigan fans back on board?
I'll have to defer, DMAC. We will have to defer to the resident Michigan fans in the room. We have to get an official ruling. KG, Young Justin, are you
Yeah.
guys back on board?
Well, for me, I never left.
Oh, you didn't?
No, of course not. Was
Okay.
I disappointed with the 2-week stretch of play? Of course. As a fan, I have a right to feel that way. But I never left this team, and I do believe that they will make some kind of noise in the tournament. I don't know how far they'll get, but just based on what Dusty May has given us to this point, I'm satisfied as a fan. Of course, I want them to do well in the tournament, but I feel like the real true core fans never left this team, especially just because of a bad stretch of basketball.
Shout out Peaceful Tim.
Yeah,
What do you got, Young
shout
Justin?
out.
I never left this team. I did doubt this team. There was definitely doubt going into the Big Ten tournament. I will not lie about that. But this team has proved that they can go through adversity, that they can get down and gritty and physical when they have to. And I think that was the big thing that they showed me in the Big Ten tournament is they showed that physicality that they didn't show down that stretch of the 3 losses. And I think that they're in a good place. I think they're going to go to the Sweet 16. I think both these UC San Diego and Texas A&M are 2 favorable matchups for them.
DMAC, are they back? Do you believe them right now? What happens if they lose tonight?
They're not losing tonight.
They're
Come
not
on,
going to
Neil.
lose tonight.
Yeah, but
If
I mean,
they lose tonight, well, it'll be the same old. There's some panic and stuff like that. But no, I think this Michigan team is built like differently, and if they can, you always go by what you've done lately. So the fact of what they did and how they did it, I think will carry them a little further. Obviously, the size and, I mean, the bottom line is, I asked you this last week. I go, what if Michigan start hitting shots? Right? You go into the game and it's just like, wow, they're just going to go, 5 for 20 or something like that. What if they get hot? What if this confidence from the Big Ten tournament helped them? So we'll have to wait and see. I think be a good test to see, are they focused and can they bring what they've got to? Because you're right. It's what have you done lately? So they're riding the high.
44% of conference champions that reach the Final Four, out of the teams that reach the Final Four, 44% of them won their conference tournament. So there's nothing better for a team that needed momentum than to win their conference tournament.
No doubt. I think they're back, but they'll be gone in a second. So you've proven that, KG. I'm sorry.
Yeah, here we go.
You have, not you.
Yeah.
You people, not you people.
Right. Yeah, you people. What do you mean, you people?
All right, second one.
Second question of the Michigan Fast Break. Grade Dusty May's first season.
It's got to be an A, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you give it, D-Man?
Yeah, it's got to be an A.
Has to.
I mean, look if you want to go A- or A+, I'm not going to shoot you on it. Just from where this team was. Here's the thing. Think about it in this way. Not as big, and I think the Pistons is bigger, but look at the turnarounds between the Pistons and Michigan basketball. Michigan basketball is right there with the Pistons turnaround, with culture, with how they've done things and just dump it out and bring in all these different guys. They did what they needed to do to be able to fast track and flip in a season. It's incredible. It goes just and it starts. We're talking about coaching and culture and JB and stuff like this. Dusty May might be the second biggest recruited coach in this area.
For me, because I wanted to say an A as well, and when we started the college basketball season, I was in here telling like this guy can coach, man.
Yeah,
and
you
from
did.
what I saw and the offense they were running when we played them in the exhibition, man, was something I had never seen at the college level before.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Basketball hasn't seen that since the Spurs days. And I said, this is so unique, man. Like this is going to work. There is no doubt about it. Now, I wanted to penalize them for that run. To be fair, I wanted to penalize them for that little bad stretch that they had, the same way that Michigan fans did. But I go back to, and I don't think people realize this enough. You guys say you do, but I don't think you do. They were 3-17 in Big Ten play last year. Mm-hmm. The media hasn't talked about that. And I have my suspicions as to why they haven't, but that's
right.
That's not here. That's not right now. They were Michigan was 3-17 in Big Ten play. That's one of the most embarrassing college basketball seasons of a Power 5 that I can remember.
That's a fact.
No BS.
Yeah.
You guys know I like it, and I had friends that were on that coaching staff.
Yeah.
To me, it is incredible that he walked in this door. And they led. Did they lead the Big Ten for like the most amount of days?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, at one point, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then they won the Big Ten tournament, and they were 3-17. He doesn't. You know what? He doesn't get enough credit for what
8-24 on the year. That last year.
My question is, what else do you want? What else can he have done up to this
nothing.
point?
Nothing.
Really?
D-Mac, that's it. Like that's what because I
to
wanted
not
to
get an
penalize
A.
him.
That's why you look at it. It's like from where they came from. It might be an A+.
And these aren't even.
I mean, Michigan. You guys tell us like, look at the.
I haven't questioned Dusty the minute he got in this building and started turning this shit around. This is why, to Neil, yes, I do understand where the hell we were. I mean, Jawan was an absolute disaster.
How come no one talks about that?
But he was a disaster.
Because I saw it on social media. I said something on our Woodward page about it, and I got ripped a new one. How dare you rip Juwan Howard for everything that he's done for this program? And I was sitting there, I was like, the dude was 8-24, and I'm literally just pointing out the fact that Dusty May deserves so much credit for this turnaround.
Juwan Howard was the worst coach in Michigan history.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, not damn
Point
near,
blank
not
period.
almost, not. He was bad. He was the worst coach in
I
Michigan
don't know.
history.
Amaker was pretty bad, but
He wasn't 3-17.
Yeah.
3-17.
When he lost his Beeline guys, when he got his guys in there and he had to coach them up, they were the worst team that I've ever seen
That's a fact.
Michigan put out on
And
the
these
court.
aren't even Dusty May's guys. The only Dusty May guys are transfers. The Danny Wolf, the Vlad Golden, and the Trey Donaldson are three best players.
Wasn't one of their freshmen a recruit from Florida? He committed. Did he commit to Dusty May? I can't remember it off the top of my head. I call a lot of games.
I don't believe so. I believe he got LJ Kason. He might have been the one who flipped, but he did get LJ Kason there. And he just has taken like the Burnett's, the Shedders, like all these players who were failures under Juwan and have given them new life. And like Burnett is the most consistent three-point shooter on the team. Yeah. If we didn't have him, our three-point shooting would be in the garbage. Shedder comes in and plays a big role after big role.
Are you talking about Western or Michigan?
Michigan.
Oh, you keep saying our, but you're a student at Western. So I get
got a
confused.
point.
You know Neil's going to take his jab.
Yeah, I know he is. It's okay. I root for my childhood team just as much as I root for my current college.
Pete Smith, Brian Ellerby wants a word. No, 3-17. See what I'm saying, though, guys? Like, people don't realize it.
It was so bad that Flannel wanted to write his legacy off the Fab Five, and that's crazy. I wasn't going that far, but it was a disaster. It really was. As somebody that was a legend of the school, and you expected more.
Of course he did.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you already know Sam, but
That's why I
wasn't
love
going that
Flannel,
far.
dude.
I wasn't going that far.
Skydog 722. Neil, tell us why Izzo should be Big Ten Coach of the Year over Dusty May. Because they won the regular season. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
And they cooked Michigan.
They did.
Both times.
Twice.
So-
Absolutely
I see the
cooked.
argument, but I would probably still give it to Izzo.
So there you go. Third.
Third question of the Michigan Fast Break. What is Michigan's tournament ceiling?
It's for me. It's tough, man, because I just can't. I can't see them getting past Auburn, D-Mac. I can't see it.
Yeah, that would be a tough sale.
Yeah. So you're saying 16?
Sweet 16. Yeah.
I think they can get to Elite Eight. I think they run. I mean, I don't know. It's one of these things. Is like What we're talking about, like as Benny said, he's thinks more or less along the same lines as I do. Is it's more of a chalk, but who are the teams that could make a splash against some of these chalk? Is Michigan built that team? Like I think Michigan is one of those teams that you don't know because just like we were talking about. Great coaches and put the players in those spots. Like I saw a different Michigan team down the stretch, especially when they got behind. Mm-hmm. And that's when you thought, okay, it's over, this and that. And they hit another gear. They just said, no, we're not losing this. And you saw that in the way they ended the game. I'm just thinking that carryover. You see it tonight. I think after tonight's game, if you see them build on that with coming in here, winning the game and handling it easily. Yeah. Right. I think that the team is a team that can build their confidence. Too. I think before the tournament, before last week, you'd say that against Auburn, but I don't think so now. I think that it will be tough, but I think that they got a chance. Tell me another team in there that's not a top 2-3 team that could make a splash outside of that. I think Michigan could be that. And that's just because of what they've done lately and where they've come from and who they've got coaching them. You told me coaching can matter at this time of year. Dusty May, can he be one of those guys that can help make a Michigan team to a victory? In a game like that, I gotta lean that way. You could be right. Odds say that don't. You're not saying make it a get right. But I'm saying if they get there, they got to be humming. If they get there, they're going to get there playing the way that they've played right. as of late with what we saw, which won them the tournament.
And they have history with Auburn. I mean, Danny Wolf went off against them in the last tournament, and that's got to be sitting in Auburn's head if they have to face Michigan.
Well, and too, like, if you were going to, like, get into the weeds, like the basketball geeky stuff of it, Michigan plays a style that if you haven't faced it twice in a year, like you have in the Big Ten Conference, it's unique. It's unique to have to deal with. And, you talked about it, too.
And they're not just big to be big. They're talented as well. So
right. Well, they run the offense through it,
They do, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely absurd. But Johnny Broom's one of them ones, man.
He is one of them ones. But has he played 2 7-footers in the same game? And the only time he's done that is Florida, and they have a loss to Florida on the season. Yeah. So the matchup is there.
Michigan has a lot of talent.
Michigan's bigs are different than Florida's bigs, though.
They're so skilled.
They're so much more skilled than the Florida bigs.
Refined,
It'd be an interesting matchup.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Skydog 722, not surprising, the Final Four. Thomas Woodford, the Elite Eight. Dozer, Sweet 16. So people are across.
It's wild for Michigan because they can beat anybody and they can lose to anybody.
If
they go out there and they're hitting threes and they're knocking all their shots down, they could beat anybody. But if they're turning the ball over 20 times, they could lose.
Yeah, they going high.
Is it not like spending, like you said about the teams in the past, with the way that they've been built with the seniors and the 4, 5, 6 year guys, but with the transfer rate and the experience of this Michigan team, like you said, to me, I don't know, maybe it's wrong, but I think that they're gonna start getting hot. As far as shooting, you're gonna see more, whatever the percentage during the year. I think that they're gonna there's a confidence level in each other when you win and you accomplish something. And at the beginning of the year, think about where these guys were at. Right? They weren't thinking championship. They weren't thinking anything. Think about where they were at mentally after losing to State.
It's
you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it could happen. I can explain to the why I would see it happen. So,
but to even get to an Elite Eight, a lot of things have to go right for Michigan.
No doubt. Woodward Sports chat thread, Rack. Auburn struggled in the season, too. They lost 3 of 4 to end it. Well, Michigan lost 3 of 6 to end it. I know that we've wiped that from our minds, but it did happen.
Absolutely.
Sorry, KG, but it happened. Where are we at, number 4?
Number 4. Fourth question of the Michigan Fast Break. What does this Michigan team need to make a run?
The same thing they've needed for a decade. A point guard, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
How does Michigan not had a point guard forever? I don't get it, man.
Since
Trey
Derek
Donaldson
Walton
has potential, but there is times where he's kind of forcing it offensively and it just isn't connecting. He needs to focus on playmaking and get his offense within the flow of the game.
See,
they need a guard.
They need a quarterback.
Yeah, they
do.
A
quarterback point guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't get it. I don't get it how Michigan's never had one, man.
Well,
And
Trey Burke, but I understand he wasn't highly
over a
touted.
decade ago?
Yeah, I get it. But I'm just saying, they've had some, but I get your point. Like,
Woodward Sports chat thread. Pete Smith in the super chat. For those of us who suffered Bernard Robinson Jr., Lewis Bullock, and Mokhtar Njai. I forgot about those names, man. Yeah, that's Pete. All right, number 5.
Fifth question, final question. How does this end for Michigan?
D-Mac, how's this in for him?
For Michigan?
Yeah, well, you got him Michigan State, right?
I got him in the Elite Eight. Sorry, guys.
No, I wouldn't pick Michigan if they played Michigan State in the Elite Eight, personally. But I think their ceiling is the Sweet 16. I think they're going to lose to Auburn.
Yeah, I'll stick by Sweet 16 because that was my original prediction. But I think they do probably get put out by an SEC team.
What do you got on it, Spenny? What's your ceiling?
I don't know.
How's it end?
It's so... We'll have
Literally
to see how
anything?
it falls. Literally anything. Like it's
They could lose tonight.
They could lose tonight, or they could go to the Final Four if they get hot. They could. It's so hard to pick this team because they play. It's such a fast and loose brand of basketball that they could just turn it over 20 times and lose, or they could hit 23s and win. You never know. So I got to see what they look like. If the shots are falling for them, they're going to win. But if the lid's on the basket, like we've seen in tournament games before, could get ugly.
Woodward Sports chat thread. That guy 62. Xavier Simpson was that guy.
He was not.
That guy to drive the 80s wife's car.
Yeah, Xavier Simpson was that guy to be sunned by Cassius Winston.
Right. Said by nobody ever.
Was he the guy to drive the athletic director's wife's car?
I can't remember.
Who was that?
Yeah, it was. It was Xavier Simpson. He was that guy.
Oh, I knew.
Yeah. Didn't he crash into a light pole?
A light pole or a tree.
Yeah.
One of the two.
He was crashing into something else too.
All right, that's enough, everybody. Let's fitting ending. Okay, let's go. Planet Fitness. We're live at the Planet Fitness studios. I was just there a couple hours ago, getting it in, and I go to any Planet Fitness in the world because I'm a Black Card member. It's just $24.99 a month. I got friends that are paying $70 a month for a gym membership because they got a rock wall. I don't understand it either, but hey, all you can do is be a friend and tell them. It's up to them to act, and you should act by going to planetfitness.com or just pull in the parking lot on the way home. You say you want to get in better shape, right? You said that. I didn't say it. You said it. So go do something about it. Action. Action, everybody. Go to planetfitness.com or pull in the parking lot. Again, Planet Fitness, everybody. It's all you need in your life. You get your routine going. It's dependable. It's consistent. And next thing you know, you'll be accomplishing all your fitness goals like I did. Planet Fitness, everybody. That fitness, man, it is essential.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. You want to get in on the March Madness, go all the way in, boom, the QR code right above my head. Scan that, use the promo code Woodward1000. Make your first bet. You think Duke's going to win it all? You can bet. Make your first bet with that promo code Woodward1000, all the way up to $1,000. And if your first bet loses, you'll get it back as a free bonus bet. That's right. And it's Caesars, by the way, one of the OGs in the sports betting game. The app is clean. It's not glitchy. It's easy to navigate. You're not going to be glitching out on you or any kind of stuff like that. It's Caesars, guys. So again, very, very dependable. They got the get your $1,000 bonus bet back if your first bet loses, but you got to use the promo code Woodward1000. Hurry up. The games are starting in about 15 minutes. Get in, everybody. Caesar Sportsbook.
Is that a Maybach minivan?
Hour number 2.
That's just... I feel like that's just unnecessary.
I can't see it. You said
it's behind the wall behind you right there.
see a beamer.
But yeah, so hour number 2, Big D Energy, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty here in the house. KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase, Young Justin, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Get your thoughts in there, subscribe. And we're talking NCAA tournament. As you might imagine, we're going to have the games on. So, and we actually got to get the channel changed to CBS. We'll handle that one in a minute. Anakin Skyogre, I believe that was in the chat. The brackets are locked at the Woodward Sports bracket. I hope you're all in. It's a free shot at $1,000. Why would you not? But we are talking NCAA tournament. Danny G, Michigan has a UConn build, which obviously works in the tournament, but they lack the consistent guard play UConn has had the past 2 seasons.
That's a pretty important thing to make them not have a UConn build.
Yep.
Yes.
Peaceful Tim, confirmed the bracket challenge is locked. So good luck to everybody that participates. Who'd you have winning it, D-Max, since it's locked?
Oh,
For the Woodward one.
Florida. Or no, Houston.
Oh, so did I.
I had Houston. Houston, Florida final.
That's what I had too.
And Houston winning.
Who were your other Final Four teams?
Michigan State and Arizona.
Okay. I have Auburn.
I got Arizona being the big beast out of the Duke.
Yeah.
Duke.
And I had Alabama beating Arizona. We have very comparable brackets.
Well, then I must not be that dumb. not bad for a hockey. I'll let you look at my. I'll let you look at my bracket. I wonder how close it is.
They're all locked. KG, who'd you have in your Woodward bracket winning it?
I didn't do a Woodward bracket, but
okay.
Moving on.
Winner, Florida. On brand, Spenny, you're supposed to tell him at the beginning of the show to get his picks in.
Yeah.
Who do you have winning your Woodward bracket?
I got Florida winning. I got my Final Four is Michigan State, Florida, Duke, and Tennessee, and I have Florida beating Tennessee.
Okay. I have Arizona beating Duke because I have Trey Townsend completing the arc of being America's hero.
There we go.
By beating Kentucky last year and then beating Duke this year.
That would be awesome.
America's hero. Who do you have, Chase?
Oh, real quick. I have St. John's because all of our Hallelujah praise has led me towards the
Holy
Catholic
road.
school. Yeah, the Holy Road.
Hey, fair enough.
But I think only since 2000, there's only been 3 or 4 schools west of the Mississippi River that have won the NCAA tournament. It's like Arizona, Kansas, Baylor, off the top of my head. Most of them are on the east.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Maybe on the east.
Young Justin, who you have winning your Woodward bracket?
I have Duke beating Florida in the national title game, and I have Auburn and Tennessee as my other 2 Final Four teams.
Okay.
Or wait, maybe I have Houston. I might have went all chalk and went all 1 seeds. I can't lie. This is such a chalky year in my opinion.
Yeah, I have Houston beating Florida, with Auburn beating. With Auburn in the Final Four with Alabama, Houston, and Florida. So there you go.
I'm surprised all of you guys have Duke getting out pretty early. They're the deepest team in the country with the best player in the country.
I got them in the Final Four.
But the thing is for me is the reason I like Houston is the same reason why they could lose. They're so good defensively. The games are slowed down so much that they're always close. Now they won't be, when they play. I think I saw SIU Edwardsville is the 16 they're playing. Their team total is 49, 48 for the game. So that's kind of wild. But Chase, I am going to get back to the NCAA tournament stuff. But you brought something up during the break that I think is important. You said you're about the double click after you make a.
Yeah. I think it's underrated. I think it fits so many situations. If you're trying to use it as some I don't know. I feel like it's just perfect. It's a great closer.
Give it to me one more time. See, I think it's too much. I think that you only need one.
Nah, you got to.
I think it's the double.
You got to do.
I think
if you're gonna click, you got to double click.
Yeah, come on. Now.
Why?
It's like double cupping at a party. You got to just do it.
It's like
I feel like you're trying too hard. If D-Mac, even that
you're
trying too hard.
It's not.
But you're making it a point to
If you're doing it, you got to go all the way. If you're doing it, you're trying hard enough.
Because you're doing it as a joke. You're not doing it as because if you do it once, they think that look at this guy's got a tick or something.
Yeah, that is
that's
true.
his thing. It's stupid. But when you do it like this, hey, I was told.
So you have to have the point.
The point.
Well, you don't. I just did it so I didn't copyright you. I was told click, but the point just.
I think the point emphasizes
looking at you,
it
Phil.
too,
yeah, Phil.
I like the slate
so
nod.
you can do that.
I'm more of like kind of do like a little nod, like tip of the cap.
Yeah, or
type of
nod
deal,
or
But
a
I mean, if
wink.
you want to do the point, I think that's a little bit more direct.
That is, yeah, it's more aggressive.
Yeah, for sure, aggressive.
Yeah, so
Louis the Fourth.
HR has a point.
Louis the Fourth. I'm not a fan of any clicking. Louis, I mean,
What are
I
you
kind
talking about? The click in WWE, X-Pac.
Right.
Just too sweet, baby. Throw 'em up.
Kevin Nash,
Throw 'em up.
Ramon.
Hey.
Too sweet, baby.
Just too sweet, baby.
Too sweet.
John effing Lord. Shout out Cactus Jack.
Damn right.
Yes, sir.
Bang bang.
Jack Boys 2 coming out soon.
Is it?
Yeah.
What?
Travis Scott
It's
new
music,
album.
Yeah.
I heard Will Smith's coming out with a new album.
And moving on.
I could not care less.
That's where you double click. Like, got you.
Yeah,
He is.
That's a good double click moment for sure.
Danny G, the point and 2 clicks is the only way.
Yeah, I
A
agree.
lot of people are going with the double click.
One click, you were just agreeing. 2 clicks is confidence, says Jake.
See, I think 2 clicks is you're showing off.
No,
Like,
you're not.
You don't really believe
if
what you're saying.
thinking about it when you're doing it,
You're trying to
sure.
convince people
You
when
gotta
you
do
double
it.
click.
It's got to be natural. It's got to be genuine.
No 2 click is natural though.
Yeah, yes,
Do it
it
again,
is.
Chase.
It
Do it
depends
again.
on who's doing it.
You're trying too hard.
I don't.
No.
It feels like I'm incomplete if I just do like that. Is like
Yeah, that sounds way worse.
yeah.
No
I
way.
agree.
Like Neil, if you were
It's-
doing the click,
That's
you would be
sus.
trying too hard because it's not genuine from you. You're not a click guy.
Chase, one more time.
Like I see D-Mac click like often, so it's natural with him.
That's it.
Nobody in the we get a super chat about this. Of course, nobody. Double click needs expression from hand or
Yes.
face. No, nobody. I agree with you.
can't
There
just-
ha-
You can't just stone face double click. You gotta like the head nod or the point or something.
like okay, put the camera on Chase again, Spenny. Just
do it without moving your head at all.
yeah,
That's
that's
like
weird.
serial
No, I
killer
agree.
shit. Yeah.
That seems like serial killer shit when he doesn't
Yeah.
move his head.
Patrick in the chat. I recently heard Wild Wild West and it was kind of greasy still.
Hey,
It's still a banger.
that's a
It's
banger.
always greasy.
I'll rip Miami all the time. Like, it's getting jiggy with it. Nothing wrong with that. But
Okay.
he's
Big
like the
Willie
Billy
style,
Ray
man.
Cyrus of rap.
Okay, so it is. Mike G, when you double click, sometimes Sarah Jessica Parker shows up. That was aggressive.
Because she looks like a whore.
Yeah, I don't condone that.
Or Aubrey had.
Feed their carrots. You're right.
All right, GW Kid does a good job in the chat of relating the material. He says, Neil, the click is your ha-ha.
That's fair.
There it is.
That's fair.
There it is.
Yeah, you never hear Gus Johnson go, ha!
Yeah, he doesn't
No.
go, ha!
Yeah.
No.
He goes, ha!
All right.
That's fair.
Okay, I just, Patrick, oh man, this show is awesome. No, just in case, you saw my blinker, bitch. All right. You know what? I'll say this. Greg Rounds, it should be a click for every furnace you have.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a good
You
one.
have
That's a good
to.
way to look at it.
That's
You know
how
what?
remember.
I want to say this because we're going to go to the break, and when we come back, we got the Michigan State
want me to
fast
say
break.
it?
No,
Oh,
that was an elite segment right
oh,
there.
there you go.
That was the best segment in the history of this network.
The only reason I come show up.
That was elite.
good
The
stuff.
transition of the 2 topics, the
Yeah.
fast pace, all of it.
That's how we do, baby.
Take notes, bitch. All right. Okay. Merch. Shop.woodwardsports.com. We need a DMAX shirt going. Like we need it on there.
Yeah.
No, but hey, get ready, get geared up for the playoff run for the Pistons. We're in there, everybody. It's happening.
Like
the
swimwear.
NFL draft. Get the F them pick shirt. I gotta cop that. I gotta stop being lazy and order that. I'm going to. Let's do it, everybody. Shop.woodwardsports.com.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month?
There's no clicking in.
How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
How do you think you won? You guys calling everybody? This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce here every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, except for today because we're doing a watch party during the show, so catch him next week. He always offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy, trust him for 4 Stanley Cups. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
All right. Back at it, Big D Energy.
Hey.
Yes.
Sorry. This is important. Do you know what Flannel calls Hunter Dickinson?
No.
Hunt Dick. Can you fellas confirm nor deny that?
That is confirmed.
Does he say, Chase, is that true?
Confirmed.
To tap into Woodward socials, you can take a look at our social media clips and you can see for yourself what Sam may or may not choose to call.
He calls him Hunt Dick?
Yes, bro.
Here, do you want me to send you the clips, Benny?
I mean,
Yes, please.
that's
Please.
fucking wild, dude.
Hunt Dick. Neil. That's your guy, Neil. That's your guy.
No,
That's,
you be co-signing him. That's your man's. Get your man's.
They got your mans.
Go get your man. Somebody come pick up your boy.
They got your mans on Hunt Dick charges.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube
Dude, you'll
channel.
be chilling with. That's one of my favorite videos ever.
Danny G says, this feels like a Friday show.
It's in your DMs, Benny, from me on Slack.
All right, here, let me grab
Hunt
it.
Dick.
Hunt Dick is crazy, bro.
It's wild.
Did anybody call him out on it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I mean, you should tap into the full segment. This is only what we could fit on our social media.
So if you want more
end
of
of the
whatever,
segment.
little pregame, way to
What do
go.
you say
All right. So
All right, I got
that's
the
why I
video
wanted-
here if you guys want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want a prediction that a lot of you are going to get really mad at?
What up, Duff?
Hunt Dick is taking Kansas to the Elite Eight.
Book
Book it. You know how I feel. I think this
Hunt Dick.
idea that he was ass at Michigan is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
He just failed to improve.
He wasn't
All
that
he
guy,
had-
Sam.
All he had
He
to
wasn't.
do was learn how to dish the ball out of the paint when he gets a double. And he still can't do it at Kansas. It's been 4 years, and he still can't pass out of a double team. He is ass.
And nobody would tell you that Drew Timme was ass in college. They're like the same type of player.
Drew Timme clears Hunter Dickinson
10
by
seconds.
so much.
Not by so much.
Yes,
but he's not
no.
going to the NBA either, so don't talk shit about Hunter Dickinson to the NBA. I got to fucking look behind me.
That's right. Protect the dick. Don't defend the dick.
Hunt Dick is crazy, dude. Not gonna lie.
Hey, for the record.
Is that what he goes by?
For the record. Right? Thank God that guy doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Thank God there's no, I have never been happier
Shout out to
in
Beck,
my
Dick.
life that he has no respect for my career.
Shout out to D.
I
Dick.
just officially said that. I love you, Flannel, as a person, right? But after that, dude, I have plausible deny it, but you somebody come and get your boy.
Malice at the Palace, D. Dick, Dick down Lemieux.
Well, if he saw it that way, then he wouldn't have such disparaging things.
Okay.
Shout out D.
Let's
Dick.
see how
That's a great way to end the Michigan
Well,
stuff.
hey, Let's see how the chat takes this. Two birds, both stones. Hunt Dick.
It rhymes. Hunt Dick, click, click. I mean, come on. Does he go by that? Is that
somebody clip that, please?
No,
somebody
Sam
clip
said that. This is a nickname that he has had for him for months, and he said it to himself.
Years.
This is the first. This is the first time that he said it on public air. Though.
Why?
Yes, I don't know.
You should have kept that one under wraps, Flannel.
Bro, the moment he said that, the segment was over, bro. It was over with.
Hunt Dick.
In the super chat, Burn, the double click is top 10. But the Jim Cantor moment was so good, I showed my family, and they still quote it every snowstorm. Also, Black Santa is in the top 10.
Someone said top 5 double click moments. So, like, top 5 moments you double click.
Could be.
I came up with one earlier. I asked Neil. I was like, top 5 unwritten rules. It's kind of like similar to the vein of non-negotiables.
It is. We got to get the TV on CBS. I forgot to do that.
The remote's right there.
Over there
it's by the Jergens bottle.
All right.
Shout out.
It's by the Jergens.
How convenient.
I know.
Right.
I mean,
Hunt
sorry.
Dick and Jergens.
Shout out Hunt Dick.
Spenny, you said you were an Avino man.
I am an Avino man.
Spenny, you got to double click after you do that.
Yeah, right.
or else it's sus.
I can't double click as fluently as you guys can. It's something.
If you don't do it naturally, you just ain't got it.
I don't know.
That be it?
Are you
Neil?
okay?
I don't know. I'm kind of
You
scared.
want true or you want
So,
CBS?
Can you roll your R's?
CBS. I think it's 233.
Yeah, I can roll my R's.
I say I can't do that.
it's
So you roll your R's
yeah.
for me. I'll click for you.
You can't roll your R's?
I can't.
Creighton and
All
Louisville.
right, boom, we're in there.
Who you
Creighton
guys got?
Louisville.
Creighton
Great
Louisville.
game. Well, Creighton's up 2-0.
I
It's
got
over. My
Creighton.
bracket's ruined.
Big bucket ball.
The 9 versus the 8.
Who
Here
does
we
ever
go.
win this game?
I took Creighton.
Shout out to
always
Burn.
take Creighton. Come on.
Dude. Oh, you already read that. Sorry. But shout out Burn anyways.
Yeah, shout him out. I did. I took Creighton in that.
Damn, I'm
game.
the only one
I
who
did
ripped
too.
Louisville?
I took Creighton as well.
I didn't copy your
Bro, we
bracket.
got
though.
love.
You got Battle of the Birds in the first round?
That's right, man.
Dude,
The Jays
See?
and the
Like, I
Cubs.
sound like an idiot.
I think
You do. Don't do it anymore.
I don't know.
You're hurting your street cred.
That one was better. But I'm doing that with, like, do you do it with your cheek? Or, I don't know. I can
more of a
whistle.
tongue
It's like
thing,
a
pause.
half teeth, half.
Yeah, you gotta
cheek.
like clench your teeth and then kind of like there's a little bit of gap in like your cheek and your teeth.
So here we are, NCAA Tournament Day. It's going on now. And what are we talking about?
Double click.
Hot
Double
dick.
clicking and Hunt Dick
Hunt
and
Dick.
Sam Flannel.
Like that shit was cool. You see how he tried to pass it off like that shit was normal too? Oh yeah, Hunt Dick, he used to perform like whoa. hold
Flannel
on,
out
dog.
there in Flannel out there in Ferndale on a Friday night. Hunt Dick.
Like say that shit not cool, dog.
Next time we're at an event. Next time we're at an event.
Opening
and
day.
Flannel walks in. Opening day. When he walks in.
Yeah.
We got Hunt Dick in the house.
If I win the $1,000, I'll buy Flannel a Kansas jersey that says Hunt Dick on the back.
Please,
Yes.
please, bro.
Half Kansas, half Michigan.
Half Kansas, half Michigan.
I will also do that.
I
if
might
win
just
the
buy
1,000.
him one.
Hey, anyway.
And he got Kansas going to the Elite Eight, which
Do we
was
make-
blasphemy in itself.
Do we make Hunt Dick shirts?
Oh my God.
Hunt Dick. Those
Oh
could
my
sell.
God.
I mean, if those find the right community,
Flannel's
they'd
face
sell
on the
pretty
front
well.
with a Hunt Dick on the back.
Mike G asked the question. No one wants to talk tournament, so let's just talk double clicks, okay? Why not? Mike G, do you all double click on the right side or the left
I
side?
was doing it on the right side.
I'm
but
a left side.
I
I'm
do
a
both.
lefty, so maybe I should try to switch and it'll sound more fluent.
I'm more tongue on the roof.
Yeah, mine's better on the left, but I can do the right.
I go with what's natural for me. It's
Right.
lefty.
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
pretty ambidextrous. Like I can't play guitar, but Guitar Hero I do lefty. It's like the double click, natural lefty.
I don't know. It's just, it's not in my bag.
Yeah, right.
Not in the bag.
I
Right
feel it
clicker.
looks like I'm in pain.
Yeah, you don't pull it off.
No, I'm not a click guy.
No, you don't pull it off very well.
I'm more of
I'll
a
say
finger
that.
guns guy than a click guy.
Yes.
I'm a snap.
Oh, the snap and finger guns.
Yeah, snap.
That's solid.
Snap and finger guns is my move. Yeah. Like, yeah, hey, what's up, bro?
I could definitely see that being more you, Spenny.
Yeah.
Super Bowl Vaughn, I'm a switch clicker.
Okay.
Danny G, I'm on
I'm
the
a
right
switch
side.
clicker, too.
Rich Baldwin, I'm on the right side. Danny G, I curve to the right also.
Hey,
Okay.
Shout out Hunt Dick.
Bro, that's the funniest shit.
He's got the left Hunt Dick.
My boy Sam hunting Dick out.
5-4 Louisville early.
Yeah. Creighton 0 for 4 from 3, but only down 1 and has the basketball.
I think Nebraska is the only triple landlocked state in the United States, contiguous United States.
All right, let's take the break, and when we come back, we'll try to talk some basketball. We won't.
We probably won't.
We probably won't, but we're gonna try.
For all those out there hunting dick, I don't know. What's the next read?
Opening day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You a fine girl, you want to come hunt some dick, meet me down
All
there.
right, enough.
He'll be down there.
I'll be down there.
Detroit, get ready. Tigers opening day is here. Friday, April the 4th, few weeks away. Join Woodward Sports for the biggest and best party in the D, the Grand Slam Festival Outdoor Tent Party at the Detroit Opera House. Broadcast is brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. So there'll be drinks flowing, clouds, smoke will be rising, the party won't stop. Woodward Sports Network broadcast will go all day long. Don't miss out. Get your tickets today at GrandSlamDetroit.com. Woodward Sports Opening Day brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Clizzle.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
All right, Woodward Sports fans, whether you're hitting a game or simply just chilling, Jars Cannabis, they have you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of rec cannabis products. Got over 30 locations across the state, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations are right in Metro Detroit. So there's always one nearby, and if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way soon. Get your Darren McCarty brand powered by Legacy Cannabis there today. Go to jarscannabis.com. See where you can get your favorite product today.
All right, keeping it pushing here. NCAA Tournament Day, and it is in action. Creighton up 6-5 over Louisville.
Look out.
At the first media timeout, despite the fact they are 0-4 from behind the three-point line. So keep an eye on that one. Woodward Sports chat thread filled with some goodness. Steve-O baby. Hey, Neil, question for you. What do fans chant during South Carolina games?
Go Cox!
Yes, they do.
I'm a big Cox fan.
Did you get your hat? Somebody asked in the chat, did you ever get your hat?
No.
Shad216. Make your pecs jump while double clicking.
Shout out.
The chicks would love it. All right, yeah, there you go. All right. Michigan fast break? Or Michigan State fast break?
Yeah, Michigan State fast break.
Let's do it.
First question of the Michigan State fast break. Let me find the chat thread. There it is. How important is this tourney for Izzo's legacy?
It's everything. Yeah. It's every. And DMAC, this might not be fair, but it's what is. I don't make what's fair. I just tell you what is.
Well,
and what is he's going to need another one to be one of the all-time greats. He just does.
Mm-hmm. And another one.
He needs one. Like that's.
Like I get that this would help, but no, I'm
saying your mic being on would help
I know,
also.
Right? It's a long day. Anyway, but no, I mean his legacy is already.
It's only
set.
12:30.
Yeah, long day.
But it puts him over the top. Puts him over the edge to
the
everything else. And I think, Neil, to your point, is because of what he said about his team. He said this is one of his best teams, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, coaches always
Izzo team.
But I feel that
always
though.
say that.
But late in his life, like this might. Okay, so maybe I'll rephrase the question. I think that he realizes this is probably one of his last shots with a legit team to win. Like, does this team have a legit? If the Michigan State Sparties play Sparty basketball and play to their ceiling. Their ceiling is a championship, is it not?
You would think so.
But that's the water they're in. That's the
but
program.
that's what I'm saying. And Tom Izzo, how much longer does he have? So what I'm saying is, I think he realizes, and to me, I know it's coach speak to whatever, but I'm listening to this man, and Spenny, maybe you tell, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but from what I've heard throughout the season and just him talk and just even how he reacted after losing in the tournament.
No, it's for sure like. This is one of probably his deepest team that I've seen in a long time. And they have more, like, I know at the end of the year, it was like they had 17-plus games of 10 players playing 10 minutes in the game. And the second-place team in the Big Ten was like 5 or something like that. So it's extremely deep, and that's very good for a long tournament run. But you do need to go out there, and you need to get number 2. That's why he's still here. That's why he's still coaching, is because he wants number 2. And this is a great opportunity for him to do that. So I think, this is huge for his legacy. If you get bounced early, it's a failure beyond failures.
Here's my comparison, Neil. He's a notch above Marv Levy, and saying that because he's got the natty, he's in the club to whatever else. But Marv Levy, who was the coach of the Buffalo Bills, went to 4 straight Super Bowls, doesn't take away from the greatness that everybody thinks of the coach. But it's sort of like this second championship because of how long and because it's NCAA basketball and everybody else who he's compared to of greatness, he needs that second one. And with the time in between to put him on that Mount Rushmore even more. He could be up there for tenure and everything he's done with his Final Fours, but you know what I mean? You just have that argument. That argument more, and I think that he's so highly well respected, but it's into that you can't arguably not put him on Mount Rushmore.
Spenny, I'll ask you then, like as a Michigan State fan, if he doesn't get another one, do you agree with that assessment that he's in the club?
Yeah,
he's got bottle service, but he's not at the roped off.
No,
couches.
for sure. I mean, he's the best Big Ten coach of all time.
Fact.
But you need to get the second to be in the untouchable,
the rarefied,
the Coach K's, the stuff like you need the second to be in there.
Yeah,
but that's why I said everything isn't riding on it. His legacy is already established, but this would help him. This would go along.
No, I mean to be the greatest.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like you got to do it.
You got to have multiple.
Yeah. You got to catch 2. Right now, you have Patino and you have Hurley, who both have 2, and they're the upper echelon of coaches right now who are still active. Tom Izzo just below.
And that's what it is, man. Mm-hmm. So, and throughout the lineage, too, like Coach K, Roy Williams.
Yep.
Like he's one notch below. And I'm not saying that like as a coach. I'm just telling you what.
No,
the streets
yeah.
are.
That is the thing.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's what is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not my opinion. Because he's elite. Obviously, he's elite. Like he did it at Michigan State.
Yeah.
You know. So it's there. Next one.
Next question of the Michigan State nickel package: can the Spartans afford to shoot poorly?
No. The minute they do, they getting bounced.
They see. Here's and this is where it all comes back to. They have a fatal flaw, right? They have a fatal flaw.
Mm-hmm.
You have to shoot the 3 at some point in this. You cannot consistently be awful from behind the 3-point, and they're bad.
Yeah.
They're not
very
average.
Bad.
They're bad.
Yeah.
And you have to have it because you're going to get in a game where somebody's shooting 60% from threes.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And you can't.
Got to keep up.
Can't. You got and that's it, man. And I know the grind and everything. You can get away with it kind of once, but you won't twice.
Yeah.
And if Michigan State loses, it's like I say, DMAC, I will point to what you are not good at, and 99 times out of 100, that is why you will go home. Your teams. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do what you're good at.
100%. 100%. And it's your will, too, right? So, I mean, who does it the best? And who gets those guys? You got to have teams that make the run to, even the good ones, have to have that bench play and have to have the depth. That's like a lot of times. And the coaching. Who makes the substitution at the right time?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know, foul trouble. How many times, Neil, in this tournament does it come down to you see teams get locked up because one of their guys gets 3 fouls, you know, in the first or early. So there's so many different ways. But if like that's the one thing. What I guess my question would be, what ineptitude would you like to have going in to fade off? Is it like Michigan that can't score?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
the turnovers and the free throws. That's a bad cocktail.
So if they tighten one thing up, is it making all their free throws, or is it like if they can keep it to what 6, 8 turnovers a game, or like what is their formula that they because shooting the basketball, it seems that okay, if you're gonna get hot, either it's from the outside or from whatever they're shooting. But is it the turnovers? If they if you see Michigan take care of the ball and not turn over.
I would say the free throw thing's more valuable for Michigan State because they can offensive rebound their way out of turning the basketball over.
Okay, so
they can offensive rebound their way out of that. So you can't when you miss free throws, man.
So my question is, and it always comes back, is do you think is this Tom Izzo's preach?
I mean, Michigan State's one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country.
Which is wild that they're so bad from three.
Yeah.
But so good from the line.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like they're having guys having career worst 3-point shooting numbers. Like Jaden Akins has been a good shooter his whole career. He's bad this year. Frankie Fiddler has been a good shooter his whole career. He's bad this year. It doesn't make sense, but no, they need to hit some threes for sure. But the defense is going to travel. The free throw shooting is going to be there. So as long as they're not over from the 3-point line, they should be fine.
Rich Baldwin, Izzo has as many national championships as Steve Fisher does. Steve Fisher had San Diego State going too, like after he left there. But you're right though. In the end, you're right. Like that's the way it is. Like everybody seems to get one. Like people can luck their way into one, but when you get two, you earn that ish, no doubt. And I'm not saying I will always think he's a great coach. Mm-hmm. Always. He doesn't have to win a second national title to validate that to me, but he does to the streets.
Yeah.
That's just the way that it is. All right, next one.
Next question of the Michigan State nickel package. Who is the most important player on this team?
It's cliche, right? But Richardson is the guy that no one saw coming like this.
Mm-hmm. He's the best player on the team. It's not close.
And in this time, you have to have those guys. Again, show me a team that loses, and I'll show you their guy that was
not performing.
9 for 24.
Yeah.
Tanjay in the Big Ten championship game.
Bingo. 1 for 14.
Yep.
Show me a team that loses, and I'll show you that. So I guess that's the easy way out of saying Jace Richard. But again, you do got to have those guys. Those are the non-negotiables, man.
I think Jace is going to be there. I do. I think Jaden Akins is the most important player on this team. He is an all Big Ten defensive player. He is a guy that was supposed to be the leader for this team going in, that senior guard that Izzo loves to have. He has been playing better as of late for sure, but at the beginning of the year, it was tough, man. It was real tough, but I think that if he's going to play defense. Like he's going to put clamps on one of your best players, but he needs to shoot and he needs to make his open threes. If he can do that, they're going to win a lot of games.
Then I would lean towards Jackson Kohler, because it's fine and it's cool when you're hearing this in the second round and the third round, but then when you get into that second weekend and Johnny Broom's over there, you know what I'm saying? Those dudes. Kohler's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a good Big Ten big. But we ain't talking about being good. You're talking about playing Auburn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the one I was going to say. Because especially in that region, there's big men out the wazoo who are elite. And Jackson Kohler is who kind of gets it going for them on the glass, defensively. I really think that he's going to be big down the stretch for them. I agree. Jace Richardson's going to be there. I think he's a big-time player who makes big-time plays, especially with a team that's that deep. He doesn't have to do necessarily a whole lot compared to a lot of people's star players. But Kohler is a guy who's a non-negotiable. He's going to have to sustain the paint for them because, like you said, when there's the Brooms, even when there's the Wolves and the Goldens on the other side, he's the one who makes it go by defending the paint.
Spenny, would you rather have Frankie Fiddler or Trey Townsend?
Trey Townsend.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Shout out, Trey.
All right, next one.
Next question for the Michigan State nickel package. Is it Final Four or bust?
Yeah. I mean, D-Mac, that's at a minimum, right?
Yeah, and to that point, right? Honestly, if Izzo gets to the Final Four again, they'll let him every now and then when it's not busy inside the ropes at the bar service, right? You know what I'm saying?
It's when I asked for tickets to a Tuesday night game against San Jose.
Exactly. You get the weekday game or something like this. But no, the fact is, yes, I think that's a non-negotiable. Right? Wouldn't you say spending Sparty team like for what that is, and then after that is a bonus.
If you don't at least make the Final Four, it's a failure.
Like ceiling, we could be coming in here and you could be the favorite.
But that's the point the program's at for them.
100%.
Like, how are you going to celebrate an Elite
And here's
Eight?
the thing, too, if you really realize that, and I think that there's start a buzz, like, how much longer does Coach Izzo have?
What do you think, Spenny?
I think he's going to go until he gets number 2, honestly.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if he can outdo
See,
5
maybe
years.
it's just me, but I got.
It's not like he looks old or bad or anything. Like he's still looking good. He's getting with the times. He's getting transfers in. He's believing in his freshmen.
Years to go. We're not ready for his heel turn, seeing it yet, but
right.
But I think that it's that the end is.
He's 70.
It's within.
It's closer
sight.
than
It's
people want to admit. I think it's.
I think 5.
If you had to bet it, Spenny.
What over under what?
Izzo, how many more seasons?
5.5.
Can you see
over
him
under
coaching
4.5 or 5.5? I would take the over 5.5.
Okay.
6 years.
Not a lot. Not a lot over, but I would take the over.
You expect to see him on the sidelines in 6 years?
That's crazy.
Yes.
76 years old?
I don't know, man.
I mean, he loves
My
ball,
dad's
but-
76. Like, 76 isn't a death sentence.
No, it isn't. But the game gets to wear on you at a certain point. Even though he's been very successful, I can imagine he's starting to get tired, especially with the NIL landscape and everything being.
I mean, he's buying into it, though. That's what it is. He's not this old man stuck in his ways. He is buying into it. He is getting the NILs in there. He's getting transfer portal guys in there. He's believing in his freshmen. He's not stuck in his old ways. It's not like he's this old fossil that won't change like D'Antonio. Like, he is adjusting to the college game, and he wants to win that second championship more than anything. He's the most driven man I've ever spoken to in my life. I don't think he stops coaching until he gets 2.
But Spenny, you don't get an award for that. Like, he had to do that. It's adapt or die in college sports.
Yeah, but
like,
I mean, but pointing at that college sports is changing is the reason he's going to leave is not reasonable.
No, it's not.
I just think
he's
it's
changing
a reason.
with college
I don't think
sports.
it's the sole reason. I think it's a reason.
I don't think it's a reason at all. He's changing with it. He's accepting it and he's flowing with it. It's not like he's stuck in his ways, pounding his fist.
Yeah.
He's changing with the game as it changes.
His kids are also grown. Doesn't have a lot left to take care of except win that second national championship. So I mean, for that reason, I could definitely see. I don't know. I think 7 years is kind of pushing it a little bit. I could definitely see 5.
That's a good point, Spenny.
Yeah.
As far as his love reinvigorated with this
I
new
think it
game,
has.
and has he adjusted? And I think we do see a more youthful Tom Izzo with everything out. Like, he's having fun and he's getting it's not old guy on my lawn. Like some of these.
Yeah, it's not like
coaches.
D'Antonio. The writing was on the wall.
Right.
He would not change with the college
change.
game. He's gonna do his thing, and that's it. And that's why he fell apart, and that's why he left. Izzo has been changing as the college game is changing, and is adapting to what the new league is.
But if that's the truth, if he wins number 2, he would keep going. Like,
No.
you told me that.
No, that's the reason he's still here is to win number 2. That's what I told you. That's what I've said multiple times.
He's been
if he
quoted
wins
on
number
saying
2,
that.
he retires.
Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there, get your thoughts out there. Gromito237, Fears needs to stop running his mouth and play ball. He cries too much. Gaming, I don't know. Gaming boy, Izzo won't retire anytime soon, thank God. Danny G, as a Michigan fan, please retire now. So
It's fair.
I agree.
That is fair.
That is fair. I like that one. Next one.
Next question of the nickel package. Last question of the nickel package. This is the best MSU team since ...
2020. Cassius.
Yeah, we didn't even.
Yeah, I was about to say, how good was that team?
That team was amazing.
That team was unreal. That team would have won the Natty.
Yeah, I agree.
Man, you know what's funny about that year, the COVID year? There are like 9 teams that would have, quote, won the Natty that year.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. How good were they really? I understand they were good, but
they were dominant.
They were they dominated the Big Ten.
We can go back and watch the games.
COVID year, man.
They also had the seniors. They had good defense. They could shoot.
Didn't change anything until it stopped the tournament.
Yep.
It wasn't like they were playing bubble games. It was a regular basketball season.
Yeah, people always want to say Dayton was the national championship out of that year.
Yeah,
Dayton would have got
the
absolutely sent to the woodshed by that Michigan State team.
I think that's aggressive.
I do not.
That Dayton team was good as hell.
They were good as hell, but
they were good as hell. You know what's funny?
They couldn't shoot it efficiently.
And I'm going to get mocked for this one. The best team probably since Denzel's team.
Sorry.
And I know they lost in the tournament.
Yeah.
That team was good as hell.
Yeah, it was. National Player of the Year. Like
that team was real good.
That
Bryn Forbes on that team.
Yep.
Like that was a great college basketball team.
Gavin Schilling, like that.
And what Middle Tennessee State shot? What, like 70%?
Yeah.
Hey, it happens.
It happens.
I mean, but wouldn't the team that beat Zion be considered better than that team?
Well, it's going to be considered better, but in my heart,
talent-wise, yeah.
In my heart, man, that Michigan State team was a perfect college basketball team. Perfect college basketball team.
The 08 team, like if Kalen Lucas doesn't tear his Achilles against Maryland, like who knows what they could have done. I mean, obviously that Carolina team they ran up against was a wagon full of All-Americans.
Right.
But
Tyler Hansborough.
Ty Lawson. But I mean, I don't know.
That's always what happens, though. You go up against a wagon of All-Americans, and we'll see what happens.
There's a reason they always win all the time, man. All right, let's take the break. Where are we at? Planet Fitness, right?
Yep.
PlanetFitness.com, everybody. It's the best gym. I don't know what else to tell you guys at this point. Like, I've been a member over 3 years, and I'll never be a member at a different gym. I won't do it. Ever. Because there's always a Planet Fitness around where I'm around. Wherever we're broadcasting from, there's always a Planet Fitness by there. Whenever I go on the travels, downtown Milwaukee, there was one there. Coconut Creek, Florida, there's one down there. There's always a Planet Fitness close by, so nothing changes. When you get in your routine that works for you, when you figure out what you need to do and what you want to do, and it works, there's nothing in the way of it, no matter where you are in the world. $24.99 a month. You get access to everything in the Planet Fitness, all the amenities, the hydro massage, the tanning beds, whatever it is, you can participate in it. And it's got anything you need. How do you want it, man? Are you a cardio person? Tons of ellipticals, tons of stair mills if you're a psychopath and do that, or the treadmills also. You want to clang the weights around like Spenny does? Tons of weights. You're not waiting for equipment. You're not waiting to be able to use things. Stretch zones, 30-minute circuits. You don't need anything else, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. PlanetFitness.com or just pull in the parking lot. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Listen, I'm not sure who, but somebody let the Tigers get hot.
The Detroit Tigers are locked and loaded for another great summer in Detroit. And it all starts downtown at the biggest home opener party in the city. Join Woodward Sports at Grand Slam. Take over the Detroit Opera House parking lot. A big-ass tent for a big-ass Detroit party. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFestival.com or follow Woodward Sports on X and IG for your chance to get in for free. Party across from Comerica Park and hear the roar as the Tigers take the field for the first time in 2025. DJs, food trucks, bartenders, live broadcasts, and more. See you for the Tigers' first home game of the season, April 4th at the Grand Slam Festival with Detroit's biggest party animals, Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet in Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. It's where I bought my Chevrolet. It's where Sean Belizean bought a Chevrolet. It's where even Sam Flannel bought a Chevrolet as well. You can scan the QR code on the screen right now. Take a look at the inventory. If you want the Silverado for $199 a month plus tax, or the Equinox for $249 a month on the lease plus tax, you can take a look, the colors, everything that they have in there, and you can be prepared to move, everybody. The buying process is as good as it gets at Feldman. Again, I know. I said, I want this car. 90 minutes later, I had the keys. Like, that's the way that it worked. You're not in there playing around. You guys know. You bought a car and been in that dealership all day before. Yeah. You know you have. So, again, go to FeldmanAuto.com. Feldman Chevrolet Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, the whole squad showing out today. Creighton's up 28-21 over Louisville. They're with 7:19 to play in the first half, so clearly that game's over. Creighton's moving on. It's also over in the Midwest region. High Point's up 8-7 at the first media timeout over Purdue. So that's over. Obviously, we joke, we kid. But, D-Mac, let me ask you this.
I got High Point winning.
Do you?
Saying.
Just saying? Okay.
Fuck Purdue.
D-Mac, give me some perspective on this. You've been a heavy favorite in your life a lot in playoff series. You've lost some playoff series that you guys shouldn't have lost. At what point as a favorite in a game, like give me the percentage of the way in the game, when do you start to grip as a heavy favorite? When do you start to feel the pressure that you were a heavy favorite?
It's a different conversation too than we're talking about in one and dones, right? Like you're talking serious.
San Jose.
When Jamie Baker scores the game-winning goal, in the first year, no, never thought you were out of it. You know, there was times, and I know like the series when guys were getting injured against LA when we were up 2-0 and lost 4 straight. I think it was like 99 or 2000 or whatever. Like you can feel it, like getting away.
It slipping away.
It's slipping away, but there's guys are going down with injuries and different things like that. It's the same way. Momentum's a big thing. And that's what you have to capture in these one game. You have to capture it in the game. In hockey and playoffs, it's a little different because there's series. And even though in one game it can shift momentum, it's more like a tidal wave, you know, than it is something instant. That's why I like the teams that can adjust. It goes back to your coaching. So, I think when you're a heavy favorite and when you have the experience, you don't think that way because you always think that, okay, we can get there. So it might not be until the end, but it all depends on how you're going too. Self-awareness to what your game is, because there's different times. Like the best feeling ever, and there's only one game out of all the ones we won, but going into Game 4 in '97 after we beat Philly to go up 3-0, 6-0. I remember that whole day, and it was like the feeling I had the whole day is, oh my God, at the end of this day, we're gonna win the Stanley Cup. And I remember in '09, Game 7 against Pittsburgh, I didn't have that feeling. It was like I think we're gonna win. Hope we're gonna win. Unfortunately, it didn't. So I think it ebbs and flows. I think experience is a big thing. Being there before, like a lot of times, if you don't know what you got till it's gone, so to speak. So I think that's the experience. I think that we're talking about it. That's what Tom Izzo, knocking on the door. He realizes, even though as long as he may coach, that he's got a few shots left, and this is a good opportunity.
It's interesting because like calling those kinds of games, and what I notice about it, when you get in the pressure cooker towards the end of the game, everything is magnified so much. If you get up 4 points, I would imagine in hockey, if you get up by a goal, you're convinced you're going to win. Like, it's over, we're going to win. When you fall behind by a goal or you give up 4 points, you're like, oh my God, it's over. We're never going to win this game.
Have you ever heard the term in hockey, the 2-goal lead's the worst lead in hockey?
Most dangerous lead,
because it's the momentum. Because you got a 2-goal lead and then the team scores, and it feels like momentum in a hockey game is such a huge, and you've seen it. But that's like, and I suppose in basketball, it's like those possessions. Like that's what you're trying to get to, down to possessions late in the game. That's why when it comes down to it, is it going to be somebody who chokes on free throws in the college game?
Yes, it
down
will.
Late, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Because that's what it is, and we never talk about that.
Because that's what creates the momentum, D-Max. So say you're down 2 points and you foul with 29 seconds to go, and the team goes to the line and is shooting a 1-on-1, and he misses that front. You parlay the fact with him missing that first free throw with you getting the ball back, and everything has changed with a chance to maybe win the game with a 3. You know what I'm saying? Like everything changes to where if you make those 2 free throws, it's a 2-possession game and it's over. Like the emotional swings in March Madness are wild. It's wild. That's what I love, man. I think that's what everybody loves about it.
Yeah, and I think that what I love too about college is, like, for the most part, like, you got a key to get the ball into like 1 or maybe 2 guys because they're your shooters, and usually there's big men at the line at 50% that, the game's never over. Right? In college, the game's never over, it seems.
That's why you see teams like Houston that play this slow style be put in those late game situations. I remember Virginia a couple years ago when they played Furman. Furman was down 10 with 8 minutes to go. They got hot from deep with 4 minutes left, and then they just started slowly putting that pressure on Virginia. And down the stretch, Virginia missed a couple free throws, and then they had that turnover at midcourt to give Furman that chance to win the game. And they all snowball on each other, and it just starts to weigh, and you're like, oh, damn, we had control of this game for the entire game, and now all of a sudden they're going on a run at the most critical point in the game, and teams will just flat out choke because the college kids aren't used to those situations that they're put in because it's a single game eliminator.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Hoof-Hearted. I was told by Neil yesterday momentum isn't a thing. I remember this discussion, Hoof-Hearted, when we talked about Michigan coming off the Big Ten championship 5 days ago or whatever it was. I remember that discussion.
Yeah, hockey is much different than college basketball.
But today, DMAC says it's a big thing.
In hockey!
I'll believe DMAC over Neil on
hockey,
this one.
right?
Yeah, and you were talking about within the game.
And
during a game. Jesus Christ, people.
I know, it's funny.
Did you know there's a difference between hearing to respond and listening?
No.
Made 3 by Creighton. They're up 9, 34-25.
Let's go, boy.
And they're hot from 3 now after that.
5:05. Hey, they were 0 for their first.
How many buzzer beaters today, boys?
0.
There's got to be a couple. There's always a couple.
I say 2.
Well, do you mean like real buzzer beaters where like clock hits 0 or 0?
Under 5 seconds.
Under 5 seconds?
2.
But that's how the sports book gets you. They always try to bait into betting the plus 100. There'll be a buzzer beater throughout the entire tournament, but it's as the clock hits 0, and it never wins.
There you go.
Hey.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Gromit. I like how the refs keep the games close at the end, so every game's a nail biter and gives Cinderella a chance. Well, no, that's the thing that you don't get in the regular season because the games are called fairly.
Yes.
And I know you guys don't believe me sometimes when I talk about it, but when you're a mid-major and you go into a Power 5 building, fouls are 5-1 in the first half. When you walk in the door, there's literally a 5 and a 1 up there when it starts. And I've given you the reasons before, but the reason is at the highest level, Big 12, Big 10, ACC, etc., they pay the most to the referees.
Yep.
And the host school has it in the contract. When you sign the contract for the games, they are in charge of picking the referees. Now, if you were a referee, and I'm not saying they cheat. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they cheat.
But
they just see things a certain way.
Yeah.
And if I were a ref, I would get it. I understand it. I would like the game check too. I'm in the business of getting rehired to do my job. Real talk. So
they know where their bread is buttered.
That's it. I'm not saying they cheat. I don't. I know a lot of the refs, man. They're good people. They are.
Fuck them.
They're just doing their job.
But I'm not gonna bite the hand that feeds me.
No, but they're just they are. They're doing the job,
Yeah.
and I don't hate them for that. 100%, I don't hate them for that. And
Just following orders, huh?
Right.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, Justin.
No, you're good.
Oh, we had you want to tell about Les Stanford?
Yeah, we can just tell them about Les Stanford, and then we can
ride out and let everybody watch the game.
Absolutely. Les Stanford Buick and GMC has great offers for everyone. Get a 2024 Envision Avenir for only $299 per month. Go try out the 2025 Sierra Crew Cab Elevation for only $229 per month. Don't forget about the 2025 Hummer EV SUV for only $799 per month. Get to Les Stanford today and check out their massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick and GMC. LesStanford.com. Together, let's drive. Vroom, our way out of here.
Timeout on the floor in the South region. Creighton up 40-25 with 4:15
against Creighton in the first round.
I don't know who picked Louisville.
That was me. I don't care. I have a bet.
Well, now you don't care.
You took Louisville?
Before it was I took Louisville. Man, you are a Michigan fan.
I mean, I care, but I have a running streak of losing the first game of the tournament. Like, I think it's like 3 or 4 years now. I can never get the first game of the tournament right. I always botch the first game of the tournament. So, it's okay. It happens.
You are a Michigan fan.
There's 31 more games in this round.
It is overblown, like the first round, because like these tournament brackets, like and you can be in like the crazy ass ones that are like 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 64. Like those are kind of dumb because you're just picking the winner. But even the ones that are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like it just doesn't matter. Unless
they were a team that isn't in my Sweet 16 or later, then I might care. But this isn't gonna hurt my bracket at all.
Yep, there you go. DMAC, what do you got going on this weekend?
Pretty quiet.
Really?
Yeah.
Laying low?
I head out with Rake to DCFC on Saturday, we'll see.
Shout out.
Got some golf lessons.
All right, there you go. Well, we'll check back in Tuesday then.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let me know if you guys need the tickets for KG, for Spencer Raxter, chasing the Chase Lounge, young Justin here who goes to Western but loves Michigan, and I don't know, but sometimes likes Western. I'm Neil Rule. Thanks for tapping in. Big D Energy. Well, enjoy the basketball, everybody. See you later.